Have you ever pondered over the true essence of love and commitment? Have you ever been consumed by the fear of losing your loved one? These are questions that often leave us teetering between the ecstasy of love and the agony of fear. Love, in its purest form, is a dance between two souls, a commitment that transcends the mundane and ventures into the realm of the divine. Yet love is not always a smooth sail on a tranquil sea. It can be a tumultuous journey, riddled with trials and tribulations, moments of despair and doubt. There are times when the one we love, the one we have committed our soul to, embarks on a path that diverges from ours. They seek new horizons, new experiences, and in their journey, they may lose sight of us. In these moments, the fear of losing them consumes us, gnaws at our heart, leaving us in a state of turmoil. But remember, enduring love is not merely about being together. It is about growing together, even when the paths diverge. It's about supporting each other, even from a distance, even when the heart aches with longing. It's about understanding that each person's journey is unique, and sometimes they need to wander to discover their own truth. Enduring love is not merely about being together, but it's about growing together, even when the paths diverge. Imagine being in a relationship where you give your all only to watch your partner walk away. What a blow to your heart, right? Yet, this is a story many of us can relate to, a tale as old as time, a journey of love. Think of a garden in full bloom, vibrant with colors, a symbol of a relationship that once was. This garden was tended with love, care, and hope, sprouting beautiful blossoms of trust and mutual respect. But as seasons change, so do people. A harsh winter swept through the garden. The love faded, leaving behind a barren landscape. The winds of change brought a chilling departure. A partner who was once your refuge, your confidant, chose a different path. They sought new horizons, leaving behind a trail of broken promises. The pain of their departure was as sharp as a frostbite on a winter's night, numbing your heart, leaving you questioning your worth. Watching them find love elsewhere, witnessing their laughter, their joy, their new life, felt like 1,000 shards of glass piercing your soul. The love you once shared, the dreams you once nurtured, were replaced by feelings of betrayal, a profound sense of loss, and an unbearable heartache. It's like watching a favorite movie, only this time, you're not the hero, you're the one left behind. But here's the twist. Every story has a silver lining, and this one is no different. The departure might have been painful, but it was also the beginning of a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. A journey that taught you resilience, the power of forgiveness, and the strength of a heart that's been broken, yet still beats with love. A journey that showed you you're not just a character in someone else's story, but the author of your own. The departure might have been painful, but it was also the beginning of a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. And in the face of loss, we often find ourselves at crossroads. It is here that personal growth begins. It is a path that requires courage, resilience, and an unwavering determination to rise above our pain, to transform it into strength. When we lose someone we love, we are left with a void, a heartache that seems insurmountable. Our protagonist was no stranger to this feeling, yet they chose to look at their pain not as a stumbling block, but as a stepping stone to a better self. The path of personal growth is not a straight line. It is a winding road filled with peaks and valleys, with moments of joy and sorrow. But it is through navigating these complexities that we truly grow. Our protagonist understood this. They embraced their pain, they acknowledged it, and then they set it free. They learned to accept the situation, to accept that their loved one had moved on. Acceptance is not about forgetting or letting go. It is about acknowledging the reality of the situation, and then deciding to move forward despite the hurt. This journey of personal growth also taught them the importance of self-love. They realized that they were not defined by their loss, but rather by their ability to rise above it. They discovered a strength within themselves that they didn't know existed, a strength that carried them forward. Through the lens of personal growth, our protagonists also found forgiveness. They forgave their loved one for leaving, and in doing so, they found a sense of peace. They understood that people are not perfect, that we all make mistakes. They chose to forgive, not for their loved one, but for themselves, to free themselves from the shackles of bitterness and resentment. The journey might have been fraught with pain, but it was also filled with lessons and growth. Our protagonist walked this path, not with a heavy heart, but with a spirit of resilience and determination. They chose to grow, to evolve, to become a better version of themselves. And in doing so, they found their way back to love, not the love they lost, but a love for themselves, a love that was stronger, more profound, and infinitely more powerful. Imagine the person you loved, the one who left you stranded, returning back to you. Picture their face, etched with years of experiences you were not a part of, their eyes reflecting a mixture of guilt and longing. They've come back, but you're not the same person they left behind. You've grown, blossomed, flourished in their absence. You've learned to pick up your broken pieces, to put them back together in a way that makes you whole, resilient, and stronger. You feel a resurgence of old emotions, a whirlpool of love and hurt. But it's different this time. You've learned to shield your heart, to protect it from the careless hands of others. You've learned to love yourself first, to prioritize your peace over their chaos. And yet, despite the pain they've caused, despite the wounds they've reopened, you decide to support them. Not out of obligation, not out of guilt, but out of the strength of character you've developed over time. You've learned that love is not just about receiving, but also about giving, about standing by people when they're at their lowest, about helping them rise even when they've pushed you down. But remember, it's not your responsibility to fix them. They have to want better, to strive for better, to be better. You can guide them, but the journey is theirs to make. Love encompasses not just joy, but also pain. It's a journey of growth, of learning to love yourself even when others fail to do so. Before we dive further, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the like button for more content like this. It's your support that keeps us going. Now let's delve into the power of faith and love. It's important to stay prayerful, regardless of your religious beliefs or lack thereof. Prayer, in its simplest form, is a conversation with the universe, a moment of stillness amidst the chaos. It's a time to reflect, to hope, to dream, to ask for strength. Next, keep the faith. Faith in yourself, faith in others, faith in the process. It's about trusting the journey, even when the destination seems far off, even when you're lost, even when you're hurt. Keep the faith. Keep believing. Remember to trust the process. Growth is not linear. It's filled with ups and downs, with moments of joy and moments of despair. It's about accepting the pain, embracing the struggle, and knowing that every step, every stumble is a part of your journey. Lastly, love each other no matter what. Love is not about perfection. It's about acceptance, about understanding, about patience. It's about standing by each other in the darkest of times, about holding on to each other when the world seems to be falling apart. Love, in its purest form, is unconditional. It's not about what you can gain, but what you can give. Remember, the journey of love is not about finding the perfect person, but learning to love an imperfect person perfectly. It's about growing together, about building each other up. It's about choosing each other every day in every way